Hello everyone, good evening. So we'll solve some more KCET previous year questions on the chapter work, power and energy. So any doubts if you have, then please write that in the comments section. So, which we shall obviously clarify in the subsequent videos. And in any other chapter of physics, if you have more difficulty, then also mention the name of that chapter in the comments section so that we can give more priority on it and solve more and more questions on that chapter. Also, some important homework questions will be uploaded in the Sapience Education application. So please install our Sapience Education application, whose link has been provided in the description. So here it is told that a 1 kg ball is there. We have a 1 kg ball. Its mass is 1 kg and it is moving at a speed u, which is 12 meter per second, and it collides with a 2 kg ball. Let's say this is m1, this is m2, and this is u1, and m2 is 2 kg, and it is moving in the opposite direction with a velocity 24 meter per second. If the coefficient of restitution e is 2 by 3, then their velocities after the collision are. Yep. So we know that, so here actually we can say that u1 is plus 12 meter per second, and u2 we can say this is minus 24 meter per second, since it is in the opposite direction. So therefore e is equal to actually v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. That's why u1 should be obviously more than u2. And we also should apply the conservation of momentum, that is is m1 v1 plus m2 v2, that is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So here v1 and v2, we are saying that these are the velocities after the collision. So this we have to find. v1 and v2 only we have to find. Now, therefore we can say e, that is 2 by 3, that will be equal to v2 minus v1 by u1 12 minus of minus 24, so plus 24. So therefore v2 minus v1 is equal to 2 by 3 into 36. 36, so this is 24. And therefore m1 into v1 plus m2 into v2, that is equal to m1 e1. 1 e1 is 12, and m2 u2, that is minus 48. Therefore we can say v1 plus 2 v2, that is equal to minus 36. And v1 and v2 minus v1 is 24. So therefore we can say v2 will be equal to v1 plus 24. So v2 is equal to v1 plus 24. So it will be 2 into v1 plus 24, that is equal to minus 36. So therefore we can say v1 plus 2 v1, that is 3 v1 plus 24 into 2 is 48, is equal to minus 36. So 3 v1, that is equal to minus 36 minus 48. Therefore v1 I can say this is minus 12 minus 16, that is equal to minus 28. Minus 28 meter per second. And so v2 will be equal to v1 plus 24, that is equal to minus 28 plus 20, minus 28 plus 24, that is equal to minus 4 meter per second. So therefore option B is the correct answer. Since here it is asked the velocity, so we have to write its magnitude with the sign. So the sign is negative. Then here it is told a ball hits the floor and rebounds after an inelastic collision. In this case, the momentum of the ball is conserved, the mechanical energy of the ball is conserved, total momentum of the ball and the earth is conserved, the total mechanical energy of the ball and the earth is conserved. Okay. So here there is an inelastic collision. So it means there is a kinetic energy loss of the system. So here the m- m- momentum of the ball is not conserved, since why the final momentum will be opposite to that of the initial mo- m- momentum. It means the final momentum is opposite to that of the initial momentum, since why when it will rebound, then the initial velocity will be vertically downwards and the final velocity will be vertically upwards. So their direction is opposite, so their sign also will be opposite. The momentum, the mechanical energy of the ball is also not conserved, since there is inelastic collision, there is a loss in kinetic energy. The total momentum of the ball and the earth is conserved. Yeah, this we can say. So option C is the correct answer. Then it is told a smooth chain of length 2 meter. A smooth chain is there of length 2 meter is kept on a table such that its 60 centimeter, its length of 60 centimeter hangs freely from the edge of the table. The total mass of the chain is 4 kg. The total mass is 4 kg. The work done in pulling the entire chain on the table is work done in pulling the entire chain on the table is okay. So it means work done here, work is done against gravity. So work done against gravity, that is equal to mg into h, where here I should write m1, where m1 is the mass of the part that is hanging. So m1 g into h, where h is the increase in the height of the center of mass of this hanging part. mg is m1g will act downwards, and so an equal and opposite force should be acting, which is also m1g, so that the chain can be pulled upwards. So the work done against gravity, it means the work done by this external force, that is actually negative of the work done by, means by gravity. So it will be that that force into h, and that force is also m1g, which is upwards. Work done by the external force is F into H, and this applied force is also equal and opposite to the weight. So the center of mass will lie at half of the length, since it is a, we can consider it as a uniform chain. So the height raised, that will be 30 centimeter. Height will be 30 centimeter, or you can say 0.3 meters. Since the center of mass will lie at half of the length. Now m1 is the mass of this hanging part, that will be equal to lambda times L, where L is the length that is hanging and lambda is the mass per unit length. Mass is 4 kg and by 2 into the hanging part is 0.6 meter. So this will be 2 to the 4, 2 6 are 1.2 kg. So this will be 1.2 into g, g is 10 into h, that is 0.3. So this will be 12 3 are 36, so 0. So 0.3 into 10, that is 3, so 12 3 are 36, so 3.6 joule. So option A is the correct answer. Then here it is told that a ball of mass 0.2 kg is thrown vertically downwards. A ball of mass 0.2 kg is thrown vertically downwards from a height of 10 meter. Height of 10 meter. It collides with the floor and loses 50% of its energy. And then rises back to the same height. It collides with the floor and rises back to the same height and loses 50% of its energy. Okay, so it is thrown vertically down. It means that it is having some initial velocity. So it loses 50% of its energy and then rises back to the same height. So it means the uh, finally when it rises back to the same height at the highest point, the final velocity will become 0. So here finally there is gravitational potential energy only. So the final gravitational potential energy, that is equal to 50%, since 50% of the energy is lost. So 50% the of the initial energy. Initial energy means the sum of the initial kinetic energy plus the initial gravitational potential energy. So this we have to use. Means the final potential energy, that is equal to 50% of the initial total energy. Initial total mechanical energy. So this will be equal to, now the initial total energy, that will be equal to initial kinetic energy plus initial potential energy. So that will be equal to half m u square plus mgh plus mgh. So 50% of it means half of it, and the finally it also rises to the same height. So therefore we can say finally the potential energy is also mgh. So mgh, that is equal to half mu square. So it is equal to half of this, half of this, half of half mu square plus mgh. So then if we solve it, and therefore we will get that m2 mgh, that is equal to half mu square plus mgh. So it means that mgh is equal to half mu square. So m will cancel. So u square is 2gh. So u is equal to root 2gh. So therefore u will be equal to root over 2gh. So 2 into uh, so 0.2 kg. Okay. So 2g. Okay. G h rises back to the same height. Height of 10 meters. Height is 10 meters. So 2G, G is 9.8 into height is 10. So root over 2 into 98. So this will be equal to 2 into 98 is root over 16, 2 9 is 18, so 196. Root over 196, that is equal to 14 meter per second. So option D is the correct answer. Then it is told from the top of a tower, two stones from the top of a tower, two stones whose masses are in the ratio 1 is to 2. It means one stone, let's say its mass is m, one stone will be, the mass of the other stone will be 2m. So they are thrown one straight up with an initial speed u. So they are thrown upwards. They are thrown upwards with a speed u. And the second is straight down with the same speed u. Then neglecting air resistance. Uh, the lighter stone hits the ground with higher speed. So which one will hit the ground with a higher speed? That we have to find. So here we have to neglect air resistance. Neglect air resistance, it means they both are in free fall. So free fall, it means there is, uh, we can use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. So the total mechanical energy is conserved here. The total mechanical energy is conserved here. Therefore, we can say that the total mechanical energy is conserved. So the initial energy will be equal to the final energy. Means the sum of the initial kinetic energy and the initial gravitational potential energy will be equal to the final kinetic energy plus the final gravitational potential energy. Now the final gravitational potential energy will be 0, since why it will reach the ground. So this will be 0 for both cases, and when it will hit the ground, it will have only kinetic energy, and it will hit the ground with some velocity v1 and v2, let's say. So let's say the first stone will hit the ground with speed v1 and the second one will hit the ground with speed v2. Now therefore we can say for the first stone we can say that the initial kinetic energy is half mu square plus the initial potential energy is mgh. Let's say they are, since they both are thrown from the same height, h is height of the tower, since they are being thrown from the top of the tower only. So for the first stone, it is half mu square plus mgh. That will be equal to final kinetic energy for the first stone, that is half m v1 square. So from here m we can cancel out, and so then from here v1 square we can write u square plus 2gh. So it means v1 will be equal to root over u square plus 2gh. Similarly, for the second stone, we can say that the initial kinetic energy, that is half mu square again. Since why kinetic energy is a scalar quantity, so it is independent of the direction of velocity. Kinetic energy is independent. Kinetic energy is independent of the direction of the velocity. Since why it is a scalar quantity, it will depend only on the magnitude of velocity or only on the speed. The Even if the initial velocities of the first stone and the second stone are opposite, but their magnitude is the same. So it means their initial speeds are same. So their initial kinetic energy is also same. So half mu square plus the initial gravitational potential energy, that is mgh, that will be equal to, okay, their masses are also not same. Okay. For the second stone, the mass is 2m. Okay, so this will be 2m. And final kinetic energy, that will be 2 half into 2m into v square, v1 v2 square, sorry. So then from here also 2m and 2m all will cancel out. So then from here also we can say u square plus 2gh, that will be equal to v2 square. So similarly v2 also will come u square plus 2gh. So here we can see that v1 and v2 are coming same. v1 and v2 are coming same. It means that both the stones will have the same speed when they hit the ground. So option 3 is the correct answer. Then here it is told that the relationship in between the force F and position X of a body is as shown in the figure. So it is the graph of force versus position graph. The graph of force versus position. The work done in displacing the body from x equal to 1 meter to x equal to 5 meter will be, the work done in displacing the body from x equal to 1 meter to x equal to 5 meter will be. So we know that work done will be equal to the area under the graph of force versus position. Area under force versus position graph. It means the area under the fx graph. So from 1 to 5, we have to find the area. It means from 1 to 5. It means from here, from 1 to this 5, here we have to find this area. This area we have to find. So how to find this area? Therefore, we can say the area, that is the work done, that will be equal to from 1, from x equal to 1 to x equal to 2, this part is a rectangle. So area is length into breadth. So length is 10 Newton and the breadth is 2 meter. No, sorry, 1 meter. Since 2 minus 1, so 1 meter. Then plus from x equal to 2 to x equal to 3, again the length, that is the force, that is 5 Newton into the breadth, that is 1 meter from 2 to 3. And then here we have negative work done since the force is negative. So here from 3 to 4, the force is minus 5 Newton, and the displacement is 4 minus 3, that is 1 meter. Again, from x equal to 4 to 5, it is a triangle. So we have to do half base into base. So half into base is the displacement, that is 1 meter, into height. Height is again 10 Newton force. So this if we add, then we'll get the answer of the work done. So Newton into meter, that is joule. So 10 joule plus 5 joule, then minus 5 joule, then 2 5 are 10, then it is plus 5 joule. So 5 joule and 5 joule, that will cancel. So 10 plus 5, that is 15 joule. So 15 joule is the required work done. So option 2 is the correct answer. Then here it is told a bullet is there which is moving. A bullet that is moving with a speed u 100 meter per second can just penetrate can just penetrate two planks of wood of equal thickness. It can penetrate two planks of equal thickness. Thickness is suppose L, that is the same. Then the number of such planks that will be penetrated by the same bullet when the speed is doubled will be. Now here we can say that when it will when it will penetrate the planks, so then there will be a retarding force which will be a resistive force will act. And so the work, here we can apply the work energy theorem. That is the work done by the retarding force that will be equal to change in kinetic energy. Now the work done by the retarding force will be obviously negative. Now if suppose we consider the retarding force to be constant. Suppose it is a constant force. So therefore the work done by the retarding force will be minus F into 2L. Okay. Since why the bullet will get displaced towards the right and its displacement will be equal to 2L, and the force is acting in the opposite. So the work done is negative, and that will be equal to change in kinetic energy, which is the finally it will come to rest. V equal to 0. Since why it is told it can just penetrate, it means the final velocity will be 0 only. So final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, final kinetic energy is 0. So therefore you can say minus F into 2L, that will be equal to minus half m u square. So it means here we can see that um, F into 2L is equal to half m u square. Now it is told that if the number of find the number of planks if uh, when the speed is doubled. Now therefore if the initial velocity is 2u, suppose, then if the initial velocity is 2u, then we can say that half the initial kinetic energy is equal to F into 2L. So it means half m into 2u whole square, that will be equal to the same retarding force will act into, suppose, n into L, where n is the number of planks. Suppose it can penetrate n number of planks, so I have to use n into L, since then the length will be n times L if n planks are used. So this will be equal to 4 into half mu square, that is equal to n into Fl. Now half mu square we can say that is F into 2L. Therefore 4 into F into 2L, half mu square is F into 2L, and that is equal to n F into L. So F will cancel, L will cancel. So n will be equal to 8. So it means 8 planks can be just penetrated by the same bullet when the speed will be doubled. So n will be equal to 8. So option 2 is the correct answer. Then it is told two bodies, two bodies of masses 1 kg and 2 kg have equal momentum. Then the ratio of their kinetic energies is two bodies. Okay, we know that kinetic energy is equal to p square by 2m. Kinetic energy equals to p square by 2m. So uh, when m- m- so here it is told they have equal momentum, it means p is same, so therefore kinetic energy is inversely proportional to the mass, since their momentum is the same. So therefore the ratio of their kinetic energies that will be equal to the reciprocal of the ratios of their masses. Means Ke1 by Ke2 will be equal to M2 by M1. So that will be equal to M2, that is 2 kg by 1 kg. So it is so it will be 2:1. So option 3 is the correct answer. So hope all of you have understood the solutions of all these questions on the previous year KCET exams. Still any doubts if you have, then please write that in the comments section. We shall obviously clarify them. And also please install our Sapience education application, where we shall upload some important homework questions based on the previous year KCET exam, which shall be obviously helpful for your exam. So thank you everyone. Bye.